Hi, my name is Brad McDonald, partner at Godfreys Law in Christchurch. I'm an employment law specialist, and I have a team of employment lawyers here with me in the firm. So we act for both employers and employees. So we're fast approaching the Christmas New Year period. My view is that employers are required to look at transport options for staff and should be organising those if alcohol is going to be involved, even though it is outside of work hours, even if it's after a working day or during a weekend, because employers can find themselves in real hot water if an employee leaves and then the end of year do and gets breath tested and is over the limit, for example, or if they are in fact involved in a crash and cause harm to themselves or the public. So there are potentially some very serious issues wrapped up in that. So you've got to really turn your minds to how you're going to handle those sorts of issues before you get into those party situations. And then of course there's expectations around those parties about what is and what isn't appropriate behaviour. Now of course you can't control the actions of your staff at all times, much to the annoyance of some employers, no doubt. But to my mind, it's about reinforcing values and talking about those sorts of things before the party. It's about obviously making decisions around what is appropriate and inappropriate in terms of alcohol intake and what's going to be supplied. So not only prepping the team prior to talking about what's expected, what are expected behaviour standards, what is okay and what's not okay, and then on the day, actually being alive to any potential issues and just keeping an eye on things, because the reality is that when you mix people and alcohol potentially at the end of the year, there can be a recipe for disaster on many different fronts, from inappropriate comments to sexual harassment, potentially even to drinking too much booze and then jumping in a car and going off and having an accident, potentially a worst case scenario. So they're all very serious issues which need to be appropriately managed and thought out before you get into that situation. Yeah, so look, I think it's important that everyone at the end of the year is able to enjoy themselves and celebrate, a year of hard work. That's what it's about, and congratulating each other on doing that and achieving that before you go into a much deserved break. Everyone can recharge their batteries. So it's about providing some real world tools that you can use and deploy before you get into this situation. So look, if you've got any concerns or queries around how you might best approach this or manage these scenarios, then feel free to give us a call. I'm happy to have a chat with you. We can give you some ideas that you can look to deploy and use to make sure your end of year celebrations go well without any employment law claims falling out of the bottom.